Yes, you're not a right. Oh, in that case,
Thank you, Peter.
Back roll with yourself. All right, everyone, we are ready.
Good morning, everybody. Let's call this meeting to order. We are now streaming on Zoom. Welcome to all those who are joining us this morning for this very important meeting. Ms. Mance, could you take the roll, please?
Mr. Tom Looney.
Here.
Mr. John King.
Here.
Ms. Lisa Eastep. Here. Mr. Jeffrey Lang.
Here.
Chris Lumsden.
Here.
Bill McBrayer.
Present.
Dr. Dale McGinnis.
Here.
Mr. Scott Ottman.
Here.
Sarah West. Present. We have a quorum, sir.
Thank you, Ms. Mance. Over to Ms. Carpenter. Ethics statement, please.
Yes, sir. In accordance with the State Government Ethics Act, it is the duty of every member of this committee to avoid both conflicts of interest and appearance of conflict. Does any member of this committee have any known conflict of interest or appearance of conflict with respect to any matter coming before us today? If so, please identify the conflict or appearance of conflict and refrain from any undue participation in the particular matter involved. Sir.
Thank you very much. Going to approve the agenda now. Can I have a motion to approve the agenda?
So moved. Second.
Second. Dr. McGinnis, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, motion carries. Move on now to the minutes. The minutes have been presented. Are there any changes or questions from our July 17th minutes? If not, motion by Mr. Payne, second by Mr. McBrayer. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? That motion carries. Okay, first, just a few opening comments. Chris, welcome to the team. I think the executive committee's been in place now for about 5 or 6 months. I think everybody's found it very productive. And based on your experience on our board now and your experience in other roles, I think you're going to be a great addition. And joining him is Terry. Terry has been a very active board member in a number of areas. I believe this is one of the most critical areas that we need to focus on. I think a lot of our policy and governance has dust on it for many years. So we really look forward to what's going to become to the board over the next 6 months. And again, the committee assignments, just to be clear, when I looked at that, it was attendance, engagement, participation in the committee meetings. This board is really being recognized. I was with a high-ranking member of the House a week or two ago with Mr. Fagg, and he said, that's the toughest board to get on now. Everybody wants to be on the community college board. So the message that we are the most important board has really gotten out, and it's resonating across the street. The other thing I looked at was professional background and experiences, and that's one thing we've got on the board now. We already brought experiences in areas that we needed those skills. Board term expiration dates. All the vice chairs now will be on the board. We will not be expiring this year or next year in 2027. And then also preferences by members. So I didn't have a lot of preferences for changes. I accommodated most of those. And I think we've got a very, very strong executive committee. And I think that will continue. The bad news is we've got a number of members that are going to be rolling off that bring close to 12 years of experience that it's going to have a significant impact on this board, but we've got 9 months now to make sure we continue to build the strength that we've been able to do over the last 4 years. As far as vice chairs, again, Terry's policy and governance, David Lowery in programs and student success. I think healthcare is one of the top fields. When we look at Propel, take a close look at this. The designation of curriculum versus workforce programs is going to change during this. And having worked with Dr. Lowery now for the last couple of years, I think he's an excellent addition. And then as we move in with the new president, with Mr. McGinnis or Dr. McGinnis, focused on the strategic plan, the one thing that touches all elements of that strategic plan really are the outcomes, measuring the outcomes, which is data. And it's also the tools that our colleges use and our system uses. So I've moved Mr. Oppman into that role to work collaboratively with President McGinnis. And I will tell you, I've got extremely high expectations, having worked with both of you guys for a number of years on this board, and even prior to that. State budget package went out in alignment with Propel. As Lucy, we can talk more about that at the actual board meeting. But many thanks to Ms. Eastep. She spent the last few days here working with Philip on the budget. and also Ms. Benson. She wasn't here, but she was engaged. I want to thank Philip Price for his work and the finance team. I know this was a heavy lift. Alex Bag, where is he? He's behind me. First Alex behind me, but that's okay today. Who also was very instrumental in this budget. And the key component, one of the key new components is the execution of Propel. We are going to be held accountable with return on investment for those investments. They've got to be targeted, and it's our role, the role of the new president, to make sure those safeguards are in place and we're overachieving whatever targets we set as a board. I want to thank Joe Carver, too, for being the interim president here over the last 6 weeks. He's got 1 week to go before the new president comes in. But Bill, I appreciate all you've done here in the system office over that short period of time. And also want to thank the President's Association for all their help in reviewing the historic budget package. I'm incredibly excited to have JB Buxton leading the President's Association. I've worked with him in many capacities. I know many of you on this board have worked with him in many capacities over the year. He's going to bring a number of new skills and experiences that I think we need in the system office. First agenda today, now we'll go into closed session. We'll reconvene in open session, and we're going to consider the executive committee charter as per future action item, and then our committee chair roundtable updates. So for closed session at this time, I move to go into closed session pursuant to North Carolina General Statutes 143-318.11A1 and A6, prevent the disclosure of information that is confidential or privileged in accordance with General Statute 115D27, and to consider qualifications, competence, performance, character, and fitness of individual public employees and prospective public employees. Can I have a motion to go in closed session?
Second.
Mr. McBride?
You just made the motion.
Made the motion.
Second.
Thanks. Second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? I will wait a minute here till we'll confirm we're in closed session. Closed.
Yeah.
Thank you.
See you.
Was. Hard point to ask that you all return these materials after closed session.
Okay, we are now back in open session. Give the annual review of the executive committee charter. Please look for that committee charter over the next month and provide me with any feedback. Proposing we move the president and evaluation section to the executive committee and begin the process of changing the term of the executive committee with standing committee of the board going forward. It's been very successful, and we need to want to make it permanent. Take action on the committee charter at the next meeting on September 17th. All right, let's go around the board now. Mr. Oppen. Okay.
Yeah, well, I won't spend a lot of time because I'm on the agenda at noon, but we continue to make progress on the 4 system apps. Lucian is working right now to image 4 sites data, because there were lots of issues with the data migration when they were going through it. So the CIOs asked for this, so Lucian has agreed to do that. And Lucian is also working to deploy the Lucian student function to the 5 instances, so that
When
I'm told this month. So that's the good news.
when are we right to the board to see student?
So right now, the plan is in October at the system-wide event.
Okay.
I think the 14th or the 13th is the first day. I think the plan is Lucian's prepared to do an Lucian student / banner demo for the board the day before the main thing. So that's currently the
Good.
plan.
If anybody can be there, we need to see this functionality.
And then the only other thing that I'll talk about is today is what I'm finding as we're getting closer, talking about implementation, there are things we're going to need some help with. HR, we've got to tackle the HR inconsistencies because it's going to drive incremental configuration changes at all 58. And when I say HR, I'm talking about we have leave differences, we have payroll differences, we have band and job differences. We've got to start working on that.
And the other thing you brought to my attention is the colleges have put in their own tools to look forward. And the system office, everything we do with our dashboards is backward looking. As an organization, we've got to start looking forward. All right.
So when you're saying we need to do something about it, what do you mean by something?
Well, again, when I've asked, so I've got a deep dive with Lucian next week, kind of crawl through it.
Okay.
I'm going to come up with a list.
Okay.
I'm also presenting at the conference at Rowan, the beginning of October with all the HR leaders. And I'm squarely going to say, hey, guys,
We gotta.
transformation is all about people and process. I need your help. You need to join.
So are you talking about standardized policies or?
I want to at least tee them up, Dale, so that people can come back and justify, it, right?
So have a common job architecture.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, but we have leave differences. Why there's leave differences, I
Sure, all that tells breakfast.
well, but my view is
But you gotta get your
We got-
my view is I want them
Yeah.
to come to us with the
Yeah.
recommendations. This isn't me telling them what it is.
Right.
I think one of the things that we should do as a team is we need to push forward to the presidents, right? We need the presidents to get involved. Let's drop it in their lap and let them come back and give us the recommendations.
It also supports retention at
Yes.
colleges. If you have, you know this, it's like, as Cal works for 2 systems and it's good to have a common.
Okay, quick budget update. Lisa, anything you want to mention?
Yeah.
Philip is with us.
Yeah, Philip, we will be presenting the new and improved budget package with Propel NC language. It is going to look different. It's a transition budget, so lots of different wording. We'll be talking about that. So did you want to do the legislative update with Alex? Briefly?
All right, Alex.
Yeah, so the General Assembly came back in, they passed a tech credit bill, and they're probably not gonna come back for any substantive work until after the election sometime. We'll see, there's a lot of moving pieces going on there. A lot of eyes on this budget package as we discussed, accountability and measures and output. With success that we had in the investment comes with a lot of responsibility, so continue working with the colleges on that and making sure we get it right.
And we put that language in the budget package about the accountability piece and kind of the protocols and what will be expected coming forward from the colleges.
Okay. Jeff, any?
We have a solid update for audit. We will review that there are some issues we can't get to because we are resource constrained. But I think when the new president is in, we'll have an opportunity to meet with him and explain where we are and get his guidance on what he would like to do.
Yeah, we'll keep it all scheduled with the new president, executive committee over the next, within 30 days. We'll sit down. And listen to his vision and what you believe the issues are in your area. Right. Bill, anything else today other than what we already talked about? Sarah?
Two quick things. We'll touch briefly in programs on the apprenticeship NC survey. The key takeaway is the survey validates apprenticeship as a wide opportunity that the colleges are saying. They need a more coordinated, adequately resourced model to scale. And Dr. Guinness, I'd love to talk with you as well.
I'm gonna have some questions
Yeah.
about it before.
Right, and
It's presented. I'm gonna have some part.
right, and we had some discussion about whether it was premature to share the survey at this point. So,
That's a decision that appears to have been made.
yeah, and I defer to Brian and
This is not the question we asked to be asked.
we're doing a second survey, so I want to make sure that the executive committee is aware of that. So this was, Dale, I think you asked for a customer satisfaction survey. That's going to happen. We had a discussion with Mr. Loyak and Dr. Carver. I invite you to make comments to the executive committee if you'd like to, but
He gives timing on that stuff. Those things seem to take 6 months.
yeah. And so I suggested to John that perhaps either could support the survey and unpacking the results of this particular survey and developing the next customer service. And Phil, you will recall that we had some discussion with Brian and John about this, about the need to move. I will say that anytime you do a survey, you need to make sure that you have the infrastructure in place to actually act upon the results of the survey. And so that would be fine for me to do. It's that might be somewhere to bring you on as well. So.
Chris, I think you've got your plate full.
We have 6 action items presents the committee and possibly to the board. 2 will be moved from future action to action. So they ask for an incentive change at the board meeting. None of the items should be controversial. They'll contain in the work package. Terry, here and I had an in-service program on Tuesday for a couple hours with Janelle and her team. She gave me this book to memorize. So
I'm off the hook. I'm done.
Audio version of that.
We are working on it.
No, I want to leave at night.
I did ask Janelle maybe today just to explain to the committee, but maybe to the board, the difference between a statute, code, administrative policy. I'm sure everyone knows that. I didn't. I think I do now. Since I'll sometimes charter will be reviewed not for action today, but for future action probably next month or the month after. Then again, I'm going to ask Janelle to provide a copy of the bylaws to the board as well, to the committee and to the board.
Appreciate you, Terry, jumping so quick. Looking forward to a lot of good reports coming up. And Dale, save the best for last.
We don't have a meeting.
All right.
We're looking forward to working with the new president on leading the evaluation of the 2023-26 strategic plan and building on goals that we've approved and start constructing the next.
All right. With that, we're going to head to lunch. I have a motion to adjourn. Second.